Welcome back. I'm your host of Buzz on Business, Mark Priebe. And next, we'd like to welcome Becca Simon, the Development Manager at the Alzheimer's Association. Becca, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So I think I'd like to start off a little bit. Could you tell us about the Alzheimer's Association?
Yeah, absolutely. At the Alzheimer's Association, we provide programs and resources for caregivers of those with all forms of dementia. Alzheimer's is our main, it's in our name, but we provide it for all forms of dementia. We provide, support groups, education programs to help if you're noticing signs in your loved one, as well as care consultations with a licensed social worker to help you set up a care plan for your loved one. We advocate at the local, state, and federal level for money towards research. So Alzheimer's is the only top 10 deadliest disease without a cure or treatment.
Wow.
So we're just hoping to one day find the first survivor, and that's what we advocate for money for that, for the research and elder rights.
So I'd like to hear a little bit about you, Becca. What do you do there? How did you get involved? What does your journey look like to the Alzheimer's Association?
Like you said, my name is Becca Simon. I recently graduated, a year ago from Youngstown State. I actually went to Akron for a little bit, but I had to transfer home because my grandfather had Alzheimer's and I became his full-time caregiver. So Alzheimer's is very close to my heart. While I was in school, I was the community outreach director for a church in Poland, Ohio. And that was where I kind of developed my love for development, event planning, and fundraising, and my desire to help change the world and make it a better place. So when my grandpa passed and then I graduated a couple months later, I felt like it was a perfect fit for me at the Alzheimer's Association, and especially in a development capacity. So, yeah.
I have to imagine that the last year has been an adjustment. So really trial by fire for you coming in and trying to raise awareness, raise money, et cetera, and service people during a pandemic. So what have you had to do to really take care of people?
So it's actually a kind of funny story. I started a week and a half before the world shut down. So I was only in the office for maybe 7 days, and I was in the community the other days. So I was onboarded and making relationships with people in the community purely virtually. So it has been very challenging to the word of 2020 was pivot. To pivot the whole experience. Some people, it was very scary what was going on. So some people took the opportunity to take a little bit of a break from the walk. We had to really help coach people up for, say you have a bake sale normally. Well, this year, let's do a drive-through, contact-free. We had to try and find the way around the mountain. It was a huge mountain in front of all of us, and we had to find either up, around, or under the mountain to get something. So it was definitely a process. Last year, our walks were very different. The walk is actually the world's largest Alzheimer's awareness event. So we normally have, about 1,500 people. And that was not conducive to the situation. So we had a drive-through Promise Garden, where our Promise Gardens, the colors represent your connection to the cause. And they're these beautiful pinwheel flowers. So instead of being able to, everyone walked together, everybody drove past the flowers, which, it wasn't the same, but it was nice to have something to be able to recognize everyone's efforts for the association last year.
What do you see on the horizon as far as your upcoming events? Are you going to do a walk? Do you think it'll be more traditional? What's the rest of this year look like for you?
So we are very excited to announce that our walks will be in person this year, which is so exciting. Because like I said, we had the drive-through, but it just wasn't the same. We will be having our walk in Medina Square, but we will be having options for everyone's comfort level. If people aren't comfortable coming that day, we will have a drive-through option, and you can see the opening ceremonies online. All of our programs and services are going to remain virtual for right now because the population that we work with is the most at risk. So we don't want to put them any more at risk than we need to. And we've found out how to provide all of our programs and services virtually right now. So for right now, those will still remain virtual, but the walks will be in person, which is very exciting.
Becca, how can people learn more? Is there a website we can go to that you can share with us?
Absolutely. If you go to act.alz.org, and then you'll type in that we are from the Greater East Ohio chapter. We do serve 17 counties with our chapter, but we have staff in every county, and it seems like every town. So they'll be able to give you the schedules for support groups and education programs. And there's also all of our local numbers to schedule a care consultation or register for the walk, which will be September 26th.
Becca Simon, thank you so much for joining us from the Alzheimer's Association. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.